I interrupt my cheesecake eating to give you a special announcement. We're going to go on Blue Letter Bible because I was just watching some false guy. I know some of you like him. I don't even know who he is. But he doesn't even know how to parse the word properly, okay? And I'm just saying that you have the power to let your fingers do the walking on the internet. We're going to go to Blue Letter Bible. We're going to take a look at what this guy was saying. Okay? Because, you know, I just get tired of hearing a bunch of false junk, okay? And I hate people twisting up stuff. So let's just go here, shall we? Not that I know everything. I don't know everything. I don't. But let's just find out what the stuff really means. Because this guy was trying to say that Paul the Apostle was some type of infiltrator. And he was telling everybody, go ahead and eat whatever kind of meat you want. And he said something about Jesus, how Jesus made everything good and food, but made everything food. I'm like, no. He's quoting something out of context, saying about it's not what goes into the mouth. It's what comes out of it that defiles a man, which is true. But it was in reference to the dirty fingers because those Pharisee guys were saying, hey, you and your disciples, you don't even do the ceremonial washing of the hands before you eat your food. And that's when he said, it's not what goes into the stomach or the man, because it goes to the stomach and all that other jazz. It's what comes out. He's giving them like, you guys, I turn it back on you. It's the stuff that you're coming out of your mouth that's so bad. That's what's defiling you. It had nothing to do with pork or shellfish, okay? Because those things aren't food. We've gone over this before on the first Blue Letter Bible, maybe the second one that I kind of went over. Roma and the different things called meat. They were talking specifically about those who know the truth. I think it was 1 Timothy 3:4. How do we know the truth? Because you read the front of the book, Leviticus 11 tells you what's meat and what's not meat, what's food and what's not food, okay? I'm just saying. I might have gotten a little hyper from that cheesecake with cherries on it. It's tasty. Is that food? I think so. I think it is because cherries are food. And so is graham cracker. And so is cheesecake stuff. That's food. Not meat, but food. Anyways, this guy, he's saying, what is he saying? He's all, yeah, Paul's an infiltrator, trying to get everybody to be the Roman peoples because he was born in Rome, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Well, I was born in California. Just saying. Doesn't mean it was the state of California. It was the land of California. But nevertheless, let's see what it says right here. We're going to find out some things. I haven't rehearsed this and I haven't gone over it myself, but I'm exploring just like you because I'm just like you. Okay, I'm just saying. Romans 13:1, let every soul, this is Paul saying, let every soul be subject to the governing authorities. Okay, keep that in mind. I want you to just keep that in mind. That there could be what's it called? What do they call that? Lost in translation? Because what happened? It was Hebrew and it got switched to Greek in the New Testament. And now it got switched to English for us. So we're going to go over each of these little words to find out what does that mean. Let's just go there. Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities. For there is no authority except from God. Isn't that true? and the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Let's just go and see who are these governing authorities. Is it the Rome people? The popes? Who is he talking about? Let's just look here. We went on Blue Letter Bible. We went over here to Romans 13:1. Then you push on the tool button right here, okay? And then you're going to look down. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. Oh, wait 1 second. Wait a minute. Higher powers. Is that the same as governing authorities? Okay, well, let's just see what up. For there is no power but of God. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? The powers that be are ordained of God. Let's see, what is this higher power stuff all about? Be subject to unto the higher what? Let's just go there. G5242. Sunk your battleship. I think I like to play games. Who? Hyperico. Hooperico. Let's see how the guy says it here.
Strong's G 5242. Huper echo. Huper echo.
Oh, well, squeeze me. Huper echo. Okay. Let's just go there. What do they think? Higher, better, excellency, path supreme. To have or hold over one. Where have we heard that one before? To have or hold. Oh, are we talking about marriage maybe? To have or hold? Oh, that sounds a little like, a ceremonial thing that you'd say, like as a vow, to have and to hold until death do you part. Sounds to me like an establishment of a partnership or oneness, to have or hold over one, like maybe the husband over the wife, type of thing. Now, don't be getting all, women's libby thing. I'm just saying, because there is a structure and an order, and you know that. Come on. There is an order. I'm just saying. And yeah, I know. Me of all people, I totally know how stuff can get switched around. I get that. I understand all that stuff. Been there, done that. Don't know that I want to do that again. All right, let's see what else. To stand out, rise above, over top, to be above. Now here's another. Be superior in rank, authority, power, the prominent men. Oh, the prominent men. Rulers. To excel, to be superior, better than, to surpass. This is different. Let's just see, let's see what's going on here. To hold oneself above, figurative, to excel. Participle as an adjective or a neuter as a noun. What are you eating? Oh, you eating the bones? You chewing them bones? It's pretty crunchy over there. Karma. Better, superior, superiority, better, excellency, higher, pass, supreme. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. Transitive, to have or hold over one, of a protector, with a genitive of the person protected. So in Greek writings from Homer down, Josephus, Antiquities, intransitive, to stand out, rise above, over top, so properly first in Homer, Iliad, metaphorically. To be above, be superior in rank, authority, power, supreme. Now here's probably what you were looking for here. Magistrates, higher powers, substantively the prominent men, rulers. Polybius of kings, to excel, to be superior, better than. And then they have some other things in Philippians 2:3, to surpass. A substantive, the excellency, surpassing worth. You know, like the elders, maybe. You know, the ones who are protecting us. I'm just saying. So let every soul be subject to the governing authorities. For there is no authority except from God, and the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Okay. We know that other people come in and they're evil and they twist it. He's not saying to be subject to these ones that are, you know, pedophiles and all that jazz and whatever. No, he's not talking about those ones that come in and try to, you know, sell men's souls. Not talking about that. No. It's the same thing as like when you want to have a long life, obey your parents in the Lord. Obey your parents in the Lord. It doesn't say obey the pedophiles and child rapists and the abuser type. You're not talking about those type of parents. The neglectful ones that are doing against his will. No. There's a difference there. You need to understand that. I'm just saying. It's ridiculous, you guys. Come on. Look at the words and the root words of what they mean. So you can go there. Remember we went over this about, let me see. What was it? 1 Timothy, I think 3. Maybe it's 3:14. Yeah, maybe that's what it is because it looks like it just automatically went there. No, it's not. Let me see. Maybe it's 1 Timothy 3:4. Let me see. Oh, hey, here, like, look at this for a second. Hey, just look here. Let's just start from the top. 1 Timothy 3. This is a faithful saying if a man desires the position of a bishop, he desires a good work. I'm not talking about like in religion where they're being all TD Jakes and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. Although people call them bishop, but to understand, look at right here, a bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, temperate, sober-minded, of good behavior, hospitable and able to teach, not given to wine, not violent, not greedy for money. Any of those things right there, it's not a real bishop just because they call themselves bishop something. Not greedy for money, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not covetous. Right here, look. Oh, what is this? Oh, one who rules his own house well. Is that a bad thing? No, that's not a bad thing. Some guys don't rule their house well. Some guys want to smoke pot and don't do nothing. I'm just saying. Some guys don't work, don't even discipline their kids. I'm just saying. It's one who rules his house well, having his children, not all these other baby daddies' children. It's only his children because that's his wife. Having his children in submission with all reverence. I'm just saying, if the kids are all back talking you and all, well, what's up with that? Just saying. For if a man does not know how to rule his own house, how will he take care of the church of God? So this rulership thing and governing authorities, that is in the gospel, and that is what God wants. He wants to have order in the house. Just saying. He wants to have order in the house. Moreover, he must have a good testimony among those who are outside, lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil. Here's some more. Here's some more right here. These are some more rulers right here and governing authorities right here. Likewise, deacons must be reverent, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy for money, holding the mystery of the faith with a pure conscience. But let these also first be tested. Then let them serve as deacons, being found blameless. Likewise, their wives must be reverent, not slanderers, temperate, faithful in all things. Let deacons be the husband of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses well. These governing authorities. It starts in the house, right? For those who have served well as deacons obtain for themselves a good standing. Oh, and great boldness in faith, which is in Christ Yahusha. So these things I write to you. This is Paul talking, by the way, to Timothy. These things I write to you, though I hope to come to you shortly. But if I'm delayed, I write so that you may know how you ought to conduct yourself in the house of God. Because he was a young pastor, which is the church of the living God, the pillar and ground of the truth. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifested in the flesh, justified in the spirit, seen by angels, preached among the Gentiles, believed on in the world, received up in glory. That's cool. Paul is not teaching about going and, infiltrating so that you'll be into government, Romans, like to be a soldier for Rome. Not doing that. So this guy, it does say something about, let's just see. Let's look up a word here. What is twisting all about? All right. Sometimes, that word, the way you put it in there, doesn't come in all the things. So here we go. Psalms. They're always twisting what I say. They spend their days plotting to harm me. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. Okay, so let's just look up the word twisting. Because a lot of people who are unlearned, they twist Paul's meaning. They twist it. And that is not good. We need to look at what stuff says. So let's see. Oh, they distort. They distort. That's what it is. Distort. So I think it's interesting that some guy who used to be a Mormon and he was a Jehovah's Witness, and then he said he was a Baptist, and they said he was a Methodist. Oh, and a Catholic too. Let's just say all those things. Come on, people. That guy is like teaching a bunch of twisted stuff here. Just because he might have been in the police force and FBI or CIA or whatever he was, it's because he's in the world or was in the world and twisted stuff. It doesn't mean you should project that onto Paul, because you're not understanding how to even understand what he meant. So look, this is the word right here. To hurt, pain, grieve, displease, vex, rest. To hurt, pain, to be in pain, be pained, be grieved, to vex, torture, to cause pain, to feel grieved, be vexed, to shape, fashion, make, form, stretch into shape, even worship. To shape, form, to form and copy and fashion. Right here, primitive root, properly to carve, fabricate. Hey, anybody ever fabricate lies or fashion? Hence, in a bad sense, to worry, pain or anger, displease, grief, hurt, make, sorry, vex, worship and rest. You know, there's so many people that are liars. It's just disgusting. Twisting and changing history. People do it even today in your life, your neighbors even. They'll twist it around to say, oh, you know, I'm confiscating some of their items because they owe me money. Oh, really? Well, the way I saw it was that you kind of wandered in someone's garage and took somebody's stuff that you didn't even know who that was or who it belonged to. That's fabricating. That's twisting and vexing people, stealing from them, and rewriting history. And that's just not right. Let's see down here. It says to labor, to form, to fashion. The original idea is perhaps of that cutting. Oh, whether wood or stones. Interesting. Compare. There are in the cognate languages secondary significations as Arabic. To be angry. Oh, to cut someone. To be angry. I'm going to cut you. You've heard somebody say that, I'm sure. Hence, in a carved image, an earthen vessel. You know, our body is an earthen vessel. We are made from the dust of the earth, the minerals and all that good stuff. To toil with pain, to suffer, to be grieved, used also of the in the mind, on the mind, of the mind, to put in pain, to afflict. You know, when someone's twisting the truth, trying to get you on their side, speaking lies about you or your character, it's not good. To be pained in body, followed by with anything in mind, to be afflicted and grieved, followed by peel, to form, to put to grief, to afflict, to labor, hence probably to serve an idol, to worship. Oftentimes, that's that narcissistic thing. Maybe you've seen on YouTube, you know, all these tons of psychologists now really hopping on that narcissistic bandwagon of people who, it says in the last days that men will be lovers of themselves, boastful, proud, arrogant, disobedient to parents. It explains it here. You can see it. But a lot of them will kind of manipulate, fashion, form, stories. Sounds so good to get everybody to go to them. Right. It is the time where all of us who have a computer can go on the computer, let our fingers do the walking, and we can find out this information for ourselves. We don't have to follow anybody necessarily. It is helpful sometimes when someone knows something and then they're teaching a little bit of something, but you still have to test everything, even at that. But if you go to the law of first mention, go all the way back to the back part. You can look at the tools and see what's happening. So grieved and afflicted. This is part of what happens when you're twisting something. Remember when they used to do this little thing? What would they call it? Indian something? I don't know why they call it that. Indian burn or whatever. I don't know why they would call it that. Twist your skin to vex you, to cause you pain. There's going to be a lot of people who are very deceived and ignorant. And they're going to say something that's totally wrong. And they're not even going to admit that they're totally wrong. I mean, the best places, like in the Japanese culture, they just take the lowest place. And then when they put you up higher, then, you know, you feel good. You take the lowest place, okay? Take the low position. Just like wheat. The heads of the wheat are so heavy. They kind of bow. But those tares, they stand up straight because there's no substance in the tares and the weeds. So prideful, standing up so straight. And the wheat is heavy and it's bowing low. It's got the what is it called? Kabod of God. It's so rich, so fertile, so much food in the wheat shafts or the wheat heads. You know, there's so much nutrients and food that they are just falling down, like bowing down. And you think about a tree that has a ton of fruit on it, man, it's like, somebody come pick this fruit, please. And then people start picking the fruit, and when there's no more fruit, the tree is all big. When there's a lot of fruit, so, you know, there's a lot of people that do a lot of research. They don't look that great. Their hair's all bags under the eyes, reading. They don't look that great because they're staying up late reading stuff or whatever. That's the ones all beautiful and look so good all the time. Let's talk about my lipstick today. Weird stuff like that. I'm just saying. You know, come on, you want to have some substance? Let's look at worship for a second. Just click on that and see what does that mean? Hey, look at this. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven, who's that? And poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? Let's go there for a second. Who is this Queen of Heaven? I don't even know who that is. Well, we were going down to that word worship. Let's go there first. Let's find out, what does it mean to worship? What exactly does worship mean? Some people are going to say, oh, it's a warship. Ain't going to be doing no warship. I heard somebody say that. Well, wait just 1 second here. Hey, that's weird. Did we just go to worship? And it brought up the twist thing again? That's interesting. Did I do something wrong? Hang on a second. Oh, it's the same word. Sob. Hang on a second. Let's look at this. To worship. See that word? H6087. What is that? was that? What? Where is it? Oh, Strong's 86087. Yeah. Huh? Worship? I don't know. Previous Strong 6086. Let me see. What does 6086 mean? Interesting. Wow. The word right before worship is this eights word. What's that? Hang on a second. Let's see what it says.
Strong's H 6086. Eights.
Okay, let's go here. King James tree, wood, timber, stick, gallows, staff, stock, carpenter, branches, helve, planks, stocks, tree, wood, timber, stock, plank, stock, sticks, gallows, tree, trees, wood, pieces of wood, gallows, firewood, cedar wood, woody flax. Okay. A tree from its firmness, hence wood, plural sticks, carpenter, gallows. Yeah. Eights. Tree, trees, wood. A standing tree. Okay. To be felled, apparently including vine and bramble, an allegory. A staff, a bone, a branch. Oh, a branch. For wood, there is commonly used in Arabic the cognate form. Hebrew follows the analogy. Oh, an analogy of the verb to be hard, firm. With letters softened, has wood, tree of life. Oh, lachaim. Often collect trees, fruit-bearing trees. Wood, specially of a wooden post, stake, gibbet, used of a wooden idol. Interesting. What? It's getting time for those chopped off trees to be worshipped around December. What are we, December 11th? Yeah, those chopped off dead trees, like it says in Jeremiah. Let's go there. Jeremiah 10. I was listening to this Bible on tape years ago, because it was on tape. Then I bought the CDs and I would listen to the Bible while I was sleeping all through the night, kind of like I do now with YouTube videos. And they just keep playing. But I was hearing this and I'm like, what is that all about? Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Oh, look at Mercury's in retrograde. Oh, there's a comet. The stars. Comets. Oh, asteroids. Infinity and beyond. Or they'll get into the horoscope or something. For the customs of the people are vain. Okay? That's a custom. How is it that in China, everybody can be born the same exact year and be the same? And then we got the other stuff, everybody born around the same time of the year, the months. Come on. Aries, Leo. Come on, you guys. Those are customs of the people. They're vain. There's some more customs. Look at this. Here's another one. Maybe you've already done this one. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, or you went to Home Depot and got one that was already cut down. The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. Chop down the tree with an axe. They deck it with silver. What? Deck the halls with silver and gold. Go, bows of holly, fa la la la. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it doesn't move. Don't fall down. Make sure we get that Christmas tree stand good. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. It's because they're dead. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it them to do good. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doth it, I don't like the King James Version. KK, I'm gonna have to change it. Jeremiah 10. Because, it gets lost in translation. I'm just saying. Now I'm gonna have to read the New King James Version one and see what that says. See if it says something different. Yeah. Let's do this. Ready? Go. Oh, maybe it already happened. Oh, hear the word of the Lord. Hear the word which the Lord speaks to you, O house of Israel. Thus says the Lord, do not learn the way of the Gentiles. Do not be dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the Gentiles are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are futile. For one cuts a tree from the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers so that it will not topple. They are upright like a palm tree. They cannot speak. They must be carried because they cannot go by themselves because they're dead. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, nor can they do any good. Inasmuch as there is none like you, O Lord, you are great, and your name is great and mighty. Who would not fear you, O King of the nations? For this is your rightful due. For among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like you. But they are altogether dull-hearted and foolish. A wooden idol is worthless doctrine. Silver is beaten into plates. It is brought up from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the craftsman, in the hands of the metalsmith. Blue and purple are their clothing. They are all the work of skillful men. Hey, those are nice things. Ooh, pretty. I like those things. Let's go shopping. Let's get all that stuff. But the Lord is the true God. Yeah. He is the living God and the everlasting King. At his wrath, the earth will tremble, and the nations will not be able to endure indignation. Thus you shall say to them, look, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom and has stretched out the heavens at his discretion. When he utters his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. Okay, the north, the south, the east, the west. He makes lightning for the rain. He brings the wind out of his treasuries. Everyone is dull-hearted without knowledge. Every metalsmith is put to shame by an image, for his molded image is falsehood. and there's no breath in them. True. They are futile, a work of errors. In the time of their punishment, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the maker of all things, and Israel is the tribe of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Hey, look at this, the coming captivity of Judah. What's that all about? Let's find out. Gather up your wares from the land, O inhabitant of the fortress. For thus says the Lord, behold, I will throw out at this time the inhabitants of the land, and will distress them, that they may find it so. Woe is me for my hurt. My wound is severe, but I say truly, this is an infirmity, and I must bear it. My tent is plundered, and all my cords are broken. My children have gone from me, and they are no more. There is no one to pitch my tent anymore, or set up my curtains. For the shepherds have become dull-hearted, and have not sought the Lord. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. Behold, the noise of the report has come, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah desolate, a den of jackals. O Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man who walks to direct his own steps. O Lord, correct me, but with justice, not in your anger, lest you bring me to nothing. Pour out your fury on the Gentiles who do not know you, and on the families who do not call on your name. For they have eaten up Jacob, devoured him, and consumed him, and made his dwelling place desolate. Interesting. Anywho, I say that because my friend, my neighbor, she says that. Anywho, but I got something. What else? Am I sharing the screen? I think so. It was kind of this guy right here that I'm bringing this stuff up. Yeah. No. Dude, no. No. Don't teach, man. I'm just saying. I mean, hey, I understand. There's a lot of things that I don't know. And a lot of times I'm just curious and I just want to find out more information. And I always ask and invite people to put stuff in the comments. But that's because I don't always know everything. Do you know everything? No. Each one of us has a piece of the puzzle. And some people know more in one subject than another. And so if we're going to come together, have our little family, that's what we're here for. We're here to correct, do it in a way that you want to be corrected, because that could be embarrassing. I'm just saying. Do it in the way that you would want to be corrected. You know, because we don't have it all. We don't know everything. It will be nice when we get the apocalypto, the unveiling, and then we can see clearly. It's going to be nice. But maybe that happens after trials and tribulations. You go, oh, what they say? Hindsight is 2020. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. That happens. Born of the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Hey, it's going to be great when we have our eyes totally unveiled from all the clutter and the confusion and the chemtrails and all the junk. We're going to be able to see a lot clearer. But for right now, you guys, we can all go to the source, right? Ourselves. That's how God can speak to you and me, the creator. That's how he can speak to you and me. Let me just go there really quick. Where was it? What was it called? Peter. Here we go. Peter. So you just, if you can think of a word to go there, you can sometimes find the story that you're looking for. Okay. Let's see. Here it is. This is Matthew 16:16. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Okay. Right before that, right here, Peter confesses Yahusha as the Christ. Matthew 16:13. Why do I call him Yahusha? His name, he's got the Father in his name, Yahuwah. He's Yahusha, salvation. His name was never Jesus, ever. Sorry to tell you this, but the J is an English letter. It's only like 400, maybe 500 years old. He never heard his name as Jesus or Jesus. Never heard that before. Nobody ever called him that when he was there, so I'm just saying. Yeah, we speak English, and yeah, lost in translation. It goes from Hebrew to Greek, then to switch over to English. But come on, go back to the ancient paths, people. And he was never called that, so why should we call him that? So that's why I kind of skip over and say Yahusha, when he came into the region of Caesarea Philippi, which, where could that be now? I don't know. Caesarea Philippi? Where's that? The Philippines or the Greek Isles? Where? Probably the Greeks. I don't know. He asked his, I don't know what that is. I had to look at it. A map. He asked his disciples, saying, who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? So they said, this is Matthew 16:14. So they said, some say John the Baptist, some say that you're Elijah, and others say that you're Jeremiah or one of the prophets. And he said to them, but who do you say that I am? Simon Peter answered and said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Yahusha answered and said to him, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, Bar's son. Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. Right here. Did you know that the Father can reveal things to you? He can. Father, we pray that you would reveal things to us. Each one of us have different things going on in our lives. Show us a way where there looks like there's no way. Make miracles and prove to us, Father, that you're with us, that you're here, and that you're going to enlighten us and give us wisdom and knowledge. That's my prayer. I probably should have covered my head, but my hair is on top of it, so I guess that's okay. I do have a roof over my head too. And thank you, Father, for that. And I also say to you that you are Peter. Oh, wait, did he just say, and I also say? Wait, stop right there. Let's go back. Yahusha answered and said to him, blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah. For flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven revealed that to you, gave you the revelation that I am the Christ, the Son of the living God. And then here's another sidebar. And I also say to you, and I also say to you that you are Peter. Wait. I thought his name was Simon. Wait, stop. His name was Simon Bar Jonah. But now he's saying, now I'm giving you a new name. Because you got the revelation, you've crossed over from darkness to light, and now you have a new name. You got a new character. You are the rock, and you know why? Because he's standing on solid ground. He's got standing. he knows the truth. When you know the truth, you have standing. Look at what he's saying, that you are Peter. On this rock. What is that? I will build my church. Let's go there, shall we? Tools. What does he mean? Is he talking about the rock that he's standing on? Or is he talking about that now he's called the rock? And the Catholic Church is going to claim that Peter is their pope. And then they're going to say, boom, we got the rock on our team. That's what they're going to try to say. And some people were like, no, he was talking about the literal rock that you were standing on. It's that place right there that the UN is building their fortress on. And now they're claiming that they're going to be God, or they're going to be the church, or whatever they're going to be. But let's just see, what was he saying? Let's go to the tools and find out. What? Peter, let's just look at Petros here for a second. Look at Petros. You ever heard of simile and metaphor before? Peter, a rock or a stone. Oh, was he a pillar? Oh, one of the 12 disciples. Oh, apparently a primary word, a piece of rock, larger. As a name, Petrus, an apostle, Peter, rock. Okay, what else? Signifying a stone. Oh, a rock, a ledge, a cliff. Used metaphorically. Did you just hear that? Used metaphorically, of a soul, hard and unyielding, and so resembling a rock, answering to the Chaldean, the surname of the apostle Simon, son of a fisherman, and dwelt with his wife at Capernaum, and he had a brother Andrew. All right, so let's go back a second. Let's see, can we go back without losing everything? And let's try it. Wait, where were we? Peter. Okay, we went to Peter. And upon this rock, hey, rock, Petra, sounds like Peter. Petra, like the band. A rock, cliff or ledge, a projecting rock, crag, rocky ground, a rock, a large stone, metaphorically, a man like a rock. There you go. A man like a rock, by reason of his firmness and strength of his soul. Hey, what do you think that means for us, you guys? When we know the truth will make us free, right? He got the truth, he got the revelation. And the gates of hell shall not prevail against it, right? Well, what's the gates? Bill Gates? The gates, Melinda and Bill, they should not prevail against. What does it say? The gates. A gate of the largest sort in the wall of either city, a palace, a town, the temple, a prison. The gates of hell likened to a vast prison. The access or entrance into any state. Would that be like state of mind? Poulet, a primary word, a gate, the leaf or wing of a folding entrance. Yeah, this is the cool thing, is that when you know the truth will make you free, because you won't be having to wear all this stuff, get all that other stuff, because you know that that's not even the truth, man. That's like sorcery and idolatry. And you just can't do it. You just can't, because you're so firm. You're like a rock. Knowing the truth will make us free, right? So it's really cool when you go in this blue letter Bible. I really like it. Excuse me. And Upon this rock, I will build. Well, let's just see what that means. What is this phrase, I will build? Oh, erect a building, to build a house. I'm going to build my house. Upon what? Upon that man who's rock-like? No. Upon the rock they were standing on? No. Upon the rock of revelation, that you're going to know the truth, and the truth is going to make you free. Because the Father is going to speak to you, and he is going to reveal that to you, and you're going to know it without a shadow of a doubt. And that's going to make you strong like a rock. That's how he's going to build his church. That's how he does it. All of you coming here to the channel, but don't know why you come here. You know why you come here. But maybe he's building some people in your life that have little curiosity to learn, to want to learn. And you're like, let's find out. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, we want to know the truth, right? Because when we know the truth will make us free. So let's see what this says down here. It says, to build a house, to erect a building, to build up from the foundation. Yeah, sometimes we've been naive and we've just followed people left and right. Boom, 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 like wind, just the chaff blowing in the wind. Boom, boom, boom. Getting messed up, falling down the hill, standing back up and trying to run the race. And, you know, when you're tired of just believing everybody, it's time for you to do your own reading and research and praying and seeking. And when you seek, you will find. When you knock, the door will be opened, because you're going to be persistent, right? You're not going to be afraid, because you're going to know that you're in the truth, right? Because you know the truth. And when you know the truth, you're going to be free. You're going to be made free. You're not going to be afraid, right? And that's what gives you standing like a rock. And that's how he's going to build his church. That's how we're going to do it. To restore by building. Hey, to rebuild. You ever feel like you need to be rebuilt? Yes. To repair. You ever get in an accident or get harmed or something, and you know you need to rest and you need to repair? Well, that's what this is all about here, right here. To found, establish, to promote growth in Christian wisdom, affection, grace, virtue, holiness, blessedness, to grow in wisdom and piety. Maybe we've heard that word piety or pious. And maybe we thought it was bad. But apparently, it must be good. Huh. Piety. Doesn't mean like pie. Or should I call this cheesecake? Cherry cheesecake. It's piety. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, oh, check this out. I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. Now, did you notice? He says that I will liken him comparatively. I'm going to say that whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, action, do, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. That's kind of a little analogy. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And I also say to you, oh, What? And I also say to you that you are Peter. You are Peter. And on this rock, I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Isn't that cool? So when you hear someone teaching something against an elder, a pastor, an apostle, or whatever, you got to have some more witnesses there. Got to go in scripture and take a look at it all. But now that we're here on this technology stuff, we got the power and the fingertips to do the walking. Boom. You can go on the blueletterbible.org and go and look in the toolbox, that blue toolbox. Look at the meaning of the word and put it together, piece it together. It's fun, isn't it? Yahusha said to them, have you never read in the scriptures the stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone? This was the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. That's good. Here's another good one right here. Look at this. Woe to you, scribes, the ones who are writing the books, and Pharisees. What's that? Doctors and lawyers and whoever, religious people, hypocrites, because you build the tombs of the prophets and adorn the monuments of the righteous. And I'm just skipping down because we just looked up one word, right? I think it was rock. And look at all these great things that are coming up. And said, this fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days. Did he say that? Or was he meaning his temple, his body, that his body would rise in 3 days? So they misinterpreted what he said. And sometimes people can misinterpret what we say because that's all they have in them to understand the little figuratively face value. They don't understand the higher understanding of metaphors, similes, examples. And one guy was saying, hey, this fellow here, he said, I'm able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days. That's what he said. I heard him. Yeah, well, it was a parable. It's talking about the body. He was able to, destroy it and then build it in 3 days. And then right here, and saying, you who destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. You're the Son of God. Come down from the cross. Look at how they mocked him. Then he began to speak to them in parables. A man planted a vineyard and set a hedge around it, dug a place for the wine vat and built a tower. And he leased it to vine dressers and went into a far country. This is a parable, folks. That's what parables are. They encase the real truth, kind of like our skin encases our spirit and our soul. And when this earthly temple perishes, our spirit and our soul, which are married, they're one, they go back to the source, right? So this is a parable. This is the shell. Our body is a shell. We got to take care of that shell because, we crack that nut, I tell you, somebody can gobble up the inside. Anyways, this is how you do it. You just put one thing in there and you can read all the different things here. Have you not even read this scripture? The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. Have you been ever rejected because you told the truth? Or you did some research and you try to teach people and they're like, we don't want to believe that we didn't land on the moon. We believe it's a rock. And the queen has a rock from the moon. No, she doesn't. No, they found out it was petrified wood. You can't land on a light, people. So we didn't land on the moon, all right? The moon is a light. It says it in Genesis 1. I'll show you. Look, go up here. Genesis 1. There it is. Boop. Let's go there, shall we? Let's find out. What is the moon? Is it a crater? Is it a rock? Is it like Earth? Does it have water on it? Is there a man on the moon? No, none of those things. It says right here, in the beginning, God created the heavens, which is up there, and the earth, which is the Eretz. The earth, the Eretz, was without form. It wasn't a globe. It's not square. It's without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. How do you have a face when it's a globe? You don't, because there's no globe. Then God said, let there be light, and there was light. Whoo! And there was no sun, moon, and stars yet, but there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. So, hey, what up with that? How could that happen? God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. And I have a feeling that the writers in English talked about the evening and the morning. It's like backwards, like 403 years or whatever. The evening and the morning, it's supposed to be the morning and the evening. That's just my opinion, though. I'm still open to understand that better. That they were the first day, because as far as I'm concerned, the morning starts with the first day. But the Hebrew understanding might be different. I don't know. Maybe it's Judaism. Who knows? I don't know. I'm open to correction on that. Then God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. Wait, what's a firmament? A firmament in the midst of the waters? And let it divide the waters from the waters? What? Thus God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. There's something up there, a firmament. So something's blocking the waters up here from the waters down here. And God called the firmament heaven. Whoa. Hey, the firmament is heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, let the waters under the heavens, that would be these waters, be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear. Dry land appear. Boop. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth. That's where we live. We live on dry land, which is earth. And the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And then God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth, not on the sea, not in the air either. And the earth brought forth grass and herb that yields according to its kind, seed, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. Genesis 1:14. Here we go. Then God said, let there be lights. Let there be lights up there in the firmament. You know, the heaven of heavens, to divide the day from the night, And let them be for signs and seasons and for days and years. That means something right there. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth. And it was so. Then God made two great lights. What do you think those ones were? The greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Wait, did you say anything about planets? No, didn't say nothing about no planets. That's made up. There's no planets. It's just lights. Stars are lights. There could be wandering stars, but there's no planets. We don't even live on a planet. Nope. God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth and to rule over the day and over the night and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. Hey, if you want to read more, you can go to read Genesis 1. But basically, there's no rocks, no planets up there. They're just lights, okay? So, I don't know. Are we done here? I don't know. Are we done? I don't know. What happened? Hey, are we sharing? I don't even know if I'm sharing. Am I sharing anything? I thought I was sharing. What happened? Did we end? I don't know. Oh, I wasn't sharing the screen this whole time? You guys are looking at me funny. And I wasn't even sharing the screen. What happened? I can't believe I wasn't sharing the screen. Great. Oh, great. Great. So you didn't even see what I was reading, you guys? Okay, it was all right here. I hate it when I do that. I don't know that I'm doing that. It's my computer, but anyways. Oh, right here. Look at that. So the whole time you're looking at me making faces and I wasn't even sharing the screen. Right here, this is what it says. Let there be lights in the firmament. He made the two great lights right here. And he set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth. That's what they're for. And to rule over the day and the night. So just saying. Anyways, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know everything and I don't know how to do stuff sometimes. I don't even know how to get out of this program. But I'm just saying. I don't even know how to get out of here. Anyways, I think I'm done now. How do I get out of here? Stop the video. Oh, stop share. Okay, there we go. Stop share. All right, well, I'm going to go back to having my last part of my cheesecake. Okay. Have fun with that blue letter Bible. Love you guys. Bye.